Well, this week showed me that becoming a musician or living like a musician is actually a little harder than what I thought it is. Fuck. Same place, 1 week later. Last week in the first part of this video series I told you that I had this realization of not living like who I say I am. So I said I'm a musician, that's what I want to be, that's what I want to do, and I noticed, well, I wasn't really living that truly, and if I really mean it, I definitely have to change. And I said there's this quote, like, let's say someone is following you for 1 week, everywhere, 24/7, would that person think you're serious with what you're doing? And for me, the answer would have been no. So I said, okay, I have to be honest, have to change things up. So I said in last week's video, I'm dedicated to have this 1 month challenge, and I'm committed to practice every day, every week, so every single day. And I said I want to learn to play 10 of my own songs in 30 days. So that's the start. So how did it go? This is the first week resume of the progress. So what did actually happen last week? So overall, what my goal was to do more music stuff, whatever that means. Do more what a musician does every week, every day, you know, and less of all the other things I was doing or used to do. So, and that means I started with blocking my mornings off. So the first like 2 hours or so when I got up, I blocked myself the calendar and said, okay, that's the time where I'm actually gonna really practice my songs, so all the old songs I wrote, to be able to play all of them anywhere, anytime. And then the next couple hours I can do other stuff that musicians also do. Like I can do whatever it is, like other creation parts. I have song releases, marketing, social media, whatever it is, you know. So, but the core really has to be playing music, writing music, like practicing. That is still the core, although sometimes the first challenge for me, everything else can be more interesting sometimes, you know, like can be more interesting to create a video or do some design work for music releases, or actually work on music production or marketing. Like I have a song release, actually just had one a couple days ago. So doing all the marketing and the launch, the publishing of songs, or, you know, like anything else, like looking for new instruments, whatever it is. There's so many things that can actually be more interesting than really sitting down and practicing songs, and even practicing old songs. Because so I wrote all these old songs over the last couple of years, and now it's really about, well, I have them there, and some of them are literally quite old, like 2 years old or so, and they're still beautiful songs, and I want to do something with them and bring them out into the world, but sometimes it just still feels, you know, like almost kind of boring, especially when you're practicing them, like playing them like 10 times in a row just to get all the fine-tuning and learn them, like memorize them. So it's something I really had to like have discipline to do. Like, okay, again the song, and again the song, and now there's 2 songs together. So that has been pretty challenging. I'm telling you about my progress in a few minutes, what I actually achieved. But yeah, so that's the first challenge that I found, and kind of to really just like, okay, blind discipline. Okay, playing the song again, playing the song again, playing it again. I'm not writing a new song right now, I'm playing the old one again to be able to actually play them. So that's one of the main challenges. But also overall, it's surprisingly challenging to get out of kind of like old patterns and prioritize myself and prioritize my music. You know, there's so many things happening. Like we have a little construction project right there, you know. There are other life things and other work commitments I have. You know, we do retreats here locally as well, and then there are things to fix, and you know, other things to do, normal life stuff that happens, you know, and then someone else needs something, and then I try to help, you know, or reply to an email, or like so many distractions, like literally distractions. My partner's here too, and then so many things where, yeah, I don't know, today for example, today in the morning, like the washing machine didn't work, and something with the car didn't work, and then I had workers here that had questions. So it's like all these things, and I'm really trying to like prioritize, but then like this, and suddenly it's like half of the day is over and I didn't do any music things. So that's the main challenge, and I don't really know how to overcome that actually. Like it's basically, I know it goes back to learning to really prioritize myself. And today I said to my partner, I was like, well, I should have a room that I just lock myself into and no one can reach me. And then I can, there can't be distraction. Turn the internet off, lock the door, turn the phone off. Like, you know, I'm just in there alone. But I don't have that space yet, which goes back to the vision that I talked about in the previous video and why I'm standing right here. But yeah, so I don't have that space yet, so I have to make it work with what I got, right? So to get back to the progress, I managed to work on 2 songs, 2 of my old songs. One's called Other Side and one's called Magic. And Magic I'm actually gonna play for you, or I'm gonna show you a practice video, so you can actually listen to it and hear how it sounds. So I did that. I learned these 2 songs. I can play them. I cannot play them out of my head still, but at least I can sing and play them very well, and play them kind of blindly, but I need to memorize the lyrics. So this is just me practicing. I haven't exactly internalized all the lyrics now, though at least I can play and sing the song. And I wrote the song about 3 years ago, maybe a couple years ago. So the song's called Magic, and it's about like these situations when you struggle with something. You have like challenges in life, and like the ebbs and flows of, you're confident and you have trust and you're at peace with your mind, and then something else happens again and you have to figure out something and you're in some sort of challenge. So just always to come back into that trust and that knowing and that relaxation of like, okay, it's all gonna be fine, it's okay, I'm gonna get through this. So that's why the song's called Magic, because it, as you will hear in the chorus, it reminds me, in that sense, I wrote a song, so it reminds me about, there's this magic going on, and if I really calm myself down and find back to my inner strength and the trust and the confidence, then I'll always remind myself about this magic that just happens, and everything's gonna be fine, essentially. Sometimes life feels confusing. Gosh. Sometimes I'm really wondering what's life's plan for me. Sometimes my mind is questioning, how's that all meant to be? Sometimes I get lost in everything. How can I find my clarity? And I close my eyes and take a deep breath, and I open my eyes again. All I see is magic, 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 magic. All I see is magic, 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 magic. Sometimes life is challenging. How can I keep my strength? Sometimes life feels confusing. How will it ever all make sense? Sometimes I feel I'm drifting. How can I find my ground again? And I close my eyes and take a deep breath, then open my eyes again. All I see is magic, 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 magic. All I see is magic, 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 magic. What is And also this week I did a bunch of other music things. I didn't practice as much as I wanted to be really honest, because there were too many distractions still, and I didn't manage to prioritize my time. I too often jumped into other things and did other things that are more urgent, quote unquote. Though we did have some music events. We had a ceremony for our retreat guests and I played live music there, and also did another event in the Sound Journey we did with my partner and with our retreat guests. So I had some live performance time, so that's great. And I did a new release. So my EP Soulscapes was just released on Friday, just a couple days ago. And so I did that. I prepared some marketing stuff, run some campaigns, ad campaigns for the release, and you're very welcome to check it out. So that was a big thing, obviously. So I usually release every 6 weeks or so, like 4 to 6 weeks. That's the goal for this year I had as well, to make new music and release new music every 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, that's the progress so far. So let's say if I would rate myself for this week, I know there have been some circumstances that make it more challenging, but I let them be aside. So I would probably say give myself some bonus points for the dedication. Though overall I get better, and I maybe would give myself like 6 out of 10 if I'm honest. So let's get better for next week, and I'm gonna keep you updated again. My summary for this week is that I somehow need to get better in prioritizing myself and my music. I somehow need to turn my phone off more, lock myself in some room, just be able to really disappear for everyone else and really create a safe space where I can't have so many distractions anymore. So I will keep you updated next week how it goes. And for next week my goal is to be able to play 3 of my songs and also be able to, let's say, memorize the first one. That's gonna be tough, but yeah, I see if I can make it. And I'm gonna play you, next week I'm gonna play you my song Other Side, probably, yeah. So stay tuned. Last question, how do you deal with these kind of things? Do you have the same? Can you relate? You have something you want to work on, you want to do, and you struggle with prioritizing yourself and this. What's your solution in dealing with this? Or can you relate? Let me know. Love to hear from you. See you next time. Bye bye.